Sure.
Okay. All right. So, good evening, everyone, as you are slowly coming onto our YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Chit Chat. With me today, I have DJ Sticko, whose birth name is Ricardo Ellis, and he's gonna be talking to us today about his balancing act. For those who don't know him, you can check him out on all his social media platforms under the name DJ Sticko. So today, last week we had a young man, this week we have another young man. So we're going to be hearing the conversation from a different point of view. So, hi, Sticko.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, I'm good. It's good to have you.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for the invite.
No problem, no problem. So,
You said we are shared on YouTube right now, right?
yes, YouTube.
What's the name of the YouTube
So
page?
it's the Kingston and St. Andrew Baptist Association Youth Arm.
All of that?
Yeah, man, I can send you the link. I can send you the short link for it.
Kingston and
St. Andrew
okay.
Baptist Association Youth Arm.
Alrighty.
hmm So, all right, Siko, let's get into it.
Sure.
We are doing a series on the balancing act, and so I want to know, tell us about some of the things that you are balancing in your life right now.
Well, I try to balance a whole lot of stuff. I do a 9 to 5 job. I do a 9 to 5 job plus a part-time job because I do electrical work, engineering, and also I do part-time currently as a social worker, right? And I also dabble with the music. As she said, my name is DJ Sticker. Some of you may know me, some of you may not. Yeah, so those are some of the things I do. And if the world was actually keeping, you know what I mean, right? You young. So if the world was keeping, I sometimes I do lecturing and also I do some little speaking kind of something. The persons would have called me and to share with particular group and particular topics. And if I feel like I am worthy, I probably not worthy, but if I feel like I'm equipped enough to deal with the topic, I will go ahead and do that. So that is DJ Sticker in a nutshell. Plus, I am now in the studio recording
Look at you.
music.
You're really busy, man. So,
Yes.
so Sticker, tell me, how is it that you manage to balance all of that? Because that is a lot to balance. That is regular 9 to 5, part time which is still technically a 9 to 5 if you think about it. Being a DJ, and how do you find time to still take care of yourself? How do you find time to be able to do all of these things effectively? That's a lot to be doing right now, and I know that you're going back to school as well, and that's a lot.
Well, to be honest, I managed to complete all my tasks, all my obligations, and I must say, let me just put you on the spot a bit. In terms of getting here on time to do this live, you know, it was a challenge. But I say, hey, um, I made a promise.
Mm-hmm.
I had an obligation. I had an appointment. And I say, hey, let me just go ahead and just ensure that I'm here on time so that I don't disappoint. Because one thing about me, I say DJ Sticko go real hard. I go hard, hard, hard. So I don't want to disappoint anybody at all.
Mm-hmm.
However, sometimes in my personal space, like private, sometimes I don't manage well, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But as it relates to my tasks and my duties outside, I manage pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now my sticker dropped down, so I'm gonna take it down. I need to fix it. It's like so I'm at home at my studio, and yeah, so this is like my name on the wall, so I need to like get it fixed properly. It's
Right.
a banner. Yeah.
So
So
your home
yeah,
space need a little bit more attention, is what you say.
because let me tell you a secret. I love to cook, but I haven't cooked in a while.
Cause you've been too
So
busy.
yes. And so yesterday I was on the road and I said, hey, I'm a foodie, so let me just hit the scene quickly. I was like, hey, let me cook something tomorrow, a nice Sunday dinner. So I went to the supermarket and I got a whole of chicken, get hoisin sauce, roast sauce, soy sauce, and I plan to make some roast chicken, just to enjoy my food at home. because not all the time the food on the road is good. And also to show you I'm not balancing as well in terms of completing my task, I don't eat as how I used to eat. Sometimes I eat one time for the day. But as I said, the greatest thing, I'm not unhealthy. I still find time to play sports. I started the gym this week back again. So I do a whole lot of stuff. But the key though, the key thing that pushes me to really keep focused and to ensure that I am managing is just when I look on successful people, I remember this quote. If young persons are on, I remember some time ago, and this was a secular person, 50 Cent. Some of you may know him. 50 Cent says, he have no time to waste. He will sleep when him dead. Let him say. I'm not trying to work myself to death doing it. But what I'm saying in a nutshell, if I sit down and I waste time, I will not achieve the things that I want to achieve. Look at the rich man. In order to reach where he's at, you talk about some sleepless nights. You talk about some taking pills to stay up. You talk about all sort of stuff. Even though I'm saying though, in order to be successful the proper way, you have to be healthy, right? So you have to be healthy. However, you have to make some sacrifice. You have to take some risk in order to reach where you really want to go. Some of these rich persons that we know are successful persons, let me not use the word rich. They try a million stuff. So like I'm doing a million and one stuff, what I'm basically doing is just putting myself in a little of everything, but I have a one and two stuff that I pay more attention to. So what it does for me is that it says, hey, if this don't work, this may work. So some person may say, you know, fee, why you doing so much something? Don't make nobody tell you that, folks. Because guess what? You may never know what will work for you. I went to college and I studied social work and counseling, and also I went to college and I studied electrical installation, and now I'm doing insurance, right? I just say that to say um, some of these things are where my passion is at, and sometimes opportunity will come in an area that you wasn't ready for, equipped for, but you have to get yourself equipped and ready for it so that you can maximize on the opportunity that is there. Because if some of these persons, if you may ask them, what you wanted to be when you grow up? Lawyer, doctor, teacher, nurse. Are are they a doctor now? Are they a teacher? No. I'm not speaking for everybody, but the point that I'm making is just at the end of the day, you have to know, you have to find peace in something that because like I never know that I would have go in the studio and record. I go in the studio and start recording and I love it. If that works for me tomorrow,
Mm-hmm. And great.
like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, you feel me? So it's like that really. But the balance, the balance is very hard. Just the other day I said, hey, you know that I probably need to hire somebody
To
like
be your
to
assistant.
yeah, like to cook my food and stuff. I'm kind of crazy about that,
To
but I
keep
said,
you balanced. So, Sticko, you brought up health, and I know that health is important, and especially in this time, a lot of persons are finding it difficult to maintain their health. How do you balance your health, especially with all that you're doing? Because I hear you say, sometimes you only eat once a day. I mean, I know you keep
yeah.
active, but how you balance all of that, and how you know when you're not keeping healthy, and how you make up for it then?
All right. So when I know that I'm not keeping healthy is when I'm getting sick, and I rarely get sick. Um, I would have probably eat like a heavy meal for the day, and that would have probably carry me through. I play football every Monday, some other time in the week, and then as I said, I started the gym this week back, so that's supposed to bring a little balance. So like I went to the gym like 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I get ready for work at 8 or 9 o'clock, and it's like that. And if I get the chance, I go back in the evening again. Um, the food part now really. Sometimes like I just turn up at my family house, or I come home and I just see a little pot on the stove. I'm just eat. But I think I can do better though. So what I started doing as well, I never used to like to drink tea. So I went to the supermarket and just for me to be a little more easier, what I did, I bought the little sachet tea packages, you know that stuff? And I have my little mug, and wherever I turn up, I just pour the little
Sachet
substance
with
on
the
it
water, right?
with the water, and then I just move. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So,
That makes sense.
so and then sometimes I purchase like this big 5 paper, industrial 5 paper,
Mm-hmm.
and so that is on my table, right? So when I'm making my breakfast, I like fancy stuff, eggs and bacons and waffles, you know. I like to eat good, you know.
I
So what I
totally
do now,
understand.
what I would do now is I would reel that out, and while I'm preparing the breakfast, whether I'm frying the eggs or the bacon, everything that I do basically just go in the file paper, wrap that up quickly on
So
my
that you're
mug.
on the move.
Yeah, while I driving wherever,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'm eating,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And then my 9 to 5 job, it is very flexible. So it doesn't bring that kind of strain to say, hey, I need to sit down on a desk for 8 hours or so forth. It's really flexible, and that's what I actually like about it. So in terms of the balance with my health, I can do much better, but I think I'm doing fairly well right now.
Okay, so my next question before we start to get into the DJ and the faith side, my next question is: so how do you? So I know that your 9 to 5 is flexible, but how do you manage your 9 to 5 with your demands for the DJ?
All right. Wow. Well, you see, the thing about it is, if I should speak for now, what I would have say is that a lot of events not taking place now, right? I don't even know if one of my coworkers is on this. I don't want to say some stuff. but normally I do gigs on the weekend, right? So when I do gigs on the weekend, it wouldn't really affect what I'm doing or after work hours, because gigs don't really take place um between the hours of 8 and 5 really.
Right.
Um
So my question then is: so when do you find time to hone your DJ skills? Because if you're doing 9 to 5 and then you're home and when do you actually find time to hone these skills? Because you have the evenings and the weekends that shows and gigs could be going on.
um I'm not a sleeper.
Yeah,
5 hours
because
of sleep
sleep
is
is a
good for
part
me.
of health.
Yeah, no, but I sleep enough, you know. But to be honest, off lately, I don't really practice. Let me
Honesty
tell you
is
why.
good. Honesty is good. It's
Let me
fine.
let me tell you why. You see, sometimes when I practice, it's like I put myself in a place where I don't want to be. Like, as I say, all right, I'm going to this event and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then when I reach there, I can't do what I practice. So what I do is that my years of experience, I make that actually work for me right now.
Okay.
So like when I'm on so since this COVID thing, I've been doing a lot of online gigs. So when I go on these platforms, like I just whatever I'm doing, I practice live.
Mm-hmm.
So Jamaica Baptist, Kingston and St. Andrew Baptist call me
Mm-hmm.
to do something. I just
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I
the
get it.
only thing I would have to prepare for is if outside of music is if I am going to do like a speech
Mm-hmm.
or a presentation. I'd have to prepare for that. I'm the chat now, so I probably have to prepare for it.
All right, Sticko. So we were talking earlier, and you said that one of the things that you had a struggle with balancing with is the energy to go to church with all that what you're doing. So I want you to tell me, pre-COVID and COVID now, how what's the difference like?
All right, let me start with since COVID. Since COVID, I have been really good at attending church. So I attend like 6 service for one Sunday.
What are you saying?
yes. So I switch from church to church. As one finish, I'm on the next. I don't miss no activity that my church is actually doing. Yeah. But before that, sometimes I would be doing gigs on a Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But what I find though, my foundation
Mm-hmm.
is set in such a way that it is bad because it is kind of ritualistic in that church is something for me that I must attend. So
Mm-hmm.
even if I don't get to go 5 or 4 Sundays for the month,
Mm-hmm.
I must go to church. So sometimes when I'm at church, my pastor will say to me, "So, what you doing, Sticker?" He call me Sticker, right? And him say, "I see you doing great, and I see you doing your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you on the faith? We need to talk."
Mm-hmm.
And he pull me up and he talk with me, and
Mm-hmm.
him say, Sticker, even if you not get to come to church, just ensure that you're connected. And I remember one time I said to him that, Pastor, no matter whatever I do or wherever I go,
Mm-hmm.
church will always be a part of my life. And he was like, whoa, much, I love to hear that. He actually was moved by hearing that statement,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the truth. I wasn't fabricating anything because church, I've been going to church from I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
as small as I can remember, and church actually means a whole lot to me. So I must go to church. Even if I don't go to church, um, my personal, let me segue a little bit now. My personal walk, I ensure that, hey, you see, as I wake up in the morning, I have my little devotion, read my local scripture, pray to my father, um, you know, and in the night, sometimes if I'm not too tired, I would like have my little devotion again, read like read inspirational stuff. I don't really like read motivational stuff because I don't need anybody to motivate me. I motivate myself, so I read inspirational stuff of the Bible because I love the Bible. I went to a theological school, so sometimes I like those discussions with certain persons, you know, that know how to agree to disagree and just kill a conversation when it needs to be killed, you know. So I like that kind of discussion. Ever so often I would have go into a discussion about the various doctrines of the Bible. So those things keep me grounded. And going to a theological school, that was also strategic because if I went to UTech or UE, one of those playgrounds, it would be very hard for me.
I'm not going to
So
take any offense considering I went to UA. I'm going to leave it alone.
no, no, I said that on the premise of knowing who I am,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not the place itself, but who I can be in the space. Because you have
Okay.
a lot of
Okay.
persons who attend the institution and they are good, they come out good, and then they have a lot of them that go there and turn out to be worse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
so that's what I'm saying. So I'm not bashing UE or UTech or
Yeah,
anything like
all
that.
right, cool.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Sticko, all right. So, Sticko, with all of this, what you do, right? Come, I still not reach in the other parties, But with everything what you tell me, I do. How you find time for keep friend and for socialize? Because me not see how you have time for all of that with all of what you do.
All right. So
How you
you
keep
see,
fellowship?
all right, let me tell you this. Um, I am big on friendships. I am big on relationships. I am a family man. I talk to my mommy very often. For a week, I would talk to my mommy like probably 3 or 4 times. No,
Mm-hmm.
before I would have talked to her every single day. Today's her birthday actually, and I spent like 1 hour this morning talking to her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, Me and my friends, we link up, or we just chat, we laugh, at a time mutual. Because to be honest, there's nobody in this world busy right through 24 hours, 8 days a week. So when you hear some person say, "Oh, I'm busy," no, I'm not buying that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I do
Some
make time
people say
because guess
8 days
what?
a week.
Um, the thing about that now, a lot of time people just say, "Oh, I'm an independent person. I don't need pursuits to go through life. I do need pursuits. You do need pursuits because we are not independent. We are called to be interdependent because I need you, you need me, and we are all a part of that family. Yes, so I do make time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes in the evenings after work, sometimes there is no gig, sometimes there's nothing to do. And I link up my friend and say, hey, let's go to that little restaurant. Let's grab a drink. Let's eat some food. I
Before
like
COVID.
seafood. I like seafood. I like wings. So we just stop, have some food, chat for a bit, head home. Yeah. So it's not as rigid as you think it actually is. There's actually some room for, look of flexibility and look of fun. I like a country drive. I drive to the country. So like probably 2 weeks ago, I went to Mandeville and I just spent the weekend there just with my family, enjoying the cool breeze. And that was amazing. I never slept so much.
All right,
All I
so
do is
so since you wanted to run people faces, say you left out hot Kingston, I went to cool Mandeville, right?
and I slept like a baby.
So all right, so here comes the interesting question now. So how do you balance being a Christian DJ in a secular space? Because I know that 100%, not all 100% of the gigs that you do are within the Christian sphere, right? So how do you manage, right? Or how do you decide, or even so, how do you decide when somebody comes and say, yo, Sticko, can you come and do something? And when they tell you what the scene is, you have to look upon them and say, boy, say, I can't really flex the place there. Cause how do you manage that kind of scenario?
All right, I want to be very diplomatic with this question because the last time somebody asked a question, I remember some was a question like this and it went the wrong direction. I want to be very careful and I'm just being honest. All right, so one thing for me, I let me just give you a scenario or a case that I was in before. So I remember I got called for this Sweet 16 party some years ago. And I specifically told the mother that I don't play derogatory music, lewd music, or any music that a child should not listen to. I said that explicitly. I am very blunt with my words. I will tell you exactly, what I want, when I want it, and how I want it. And I was there at the party enjoying myself, playing a little, let me just give you an example, like some Justin Bieber and those kind of songs. I don't know what kind of demon run up in the mother or the daughter. Come to me. I want cartel music. And the type of let me not use the word cartel, but true, if I hear me, I hear nastiness. Me just have to be frank right now. so 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 she said she wants some particular songs, and I said no. I told your mother that I don't play those music. So if you don't want what I'm playing, I'm so sorry because I don't play certain kind of music. What I must say though, I will play music outside of Christian music,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm very meticulous in the type of music
Right, right.
I choose. And I know a lot of persons from corporate. I know a lot of secular DJs. I know a lot of secular artists. And one thing, they always say, Sticko, come play for me. I said, no, 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 no. I am staying within my lane. Me I staying in my lane. Me I keeping on my boundary. Because I know my calling. I know my purpose. And my purpose is not to play dirty music. You know? If let me just be frank, if even I listen to one of those songs, you will never hear me play it
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because like I live on YouTube, right? When I'm in my spare time, I just click on YouTube and whenever some new stuff pop up, I just click on it to see what is going on. However, you would never hear me listen to the song again. Once I listen to it one time, probably 30 seconds, and if I think it's not something good, You'll never hear me listen to it again. If you check my phone or any device, clean. So and that is a personal decision of mine. No money can get me to do or play the type of song that I am not interested in. And it's not easy because we all know that playing Movado Cartel and Conscience and all of these guys, I know them. I grew up in a community where music was always playing. No money can get me to play them. And we all know that these events pay you more money. You
True, true,
understand?
true, true.
But what I must say that I have never felt like I am the best or near to the best because I don't feel like I've already won.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a lot of work to do in order to win the prize, which is ahead, right? But I think favor is on my life because what I find is even doing music inside of Christendom,
Mm-hmm.
I'm favored in the sense where I can do my Christian DJ, wholesome DJ work
Mm-hmm.
on a level just as a secular man. And my honorarium is just as the secular man. And it's because of that, I try to honor the work that I do for God. Because yesterday I was on a platform and CPFSA, the Child Protection and Family Services
Yeah, yeah,
Agency,
yeah.
I was on their platform and they asked me to play. They know that I'm a gospel DJ. They call me and they say, "Hey, Stick, I want you to play some music. What type of music you play outside of gospel music?" And I said, "Once the music is clean and a baby can listen to it, sure." They said, "Okay." And I went on the platform, I played my gospel, they loved it. And I mixed it up a bit. I played like the Wayne Marshall, Glory to God, and
Mm-hmm.
We Pray, and those kind of
Mm-hmm.
songs, Winning Right Now by
Yeah.
Agent Sasco. And they were like, when I finished, they were like, whoa, that was amazing. They loved it. The
Mm-hmm.
fact that I was able to keep what I was doing so conscious
Mm-hmm.
that that religious people, I don't like religious people, right? Let me just say that. You know what I mean, right?
Yes, of
When
course I know. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I know what you mean. I know the distinction.
yeah, so when they finished, even a religious person was saying, "Boy, I really like the way in which you represent."
Mm-hmm.
It was well done and it was really good. And
Mm-hmm.
I felt pleased, that hey, I can keep within a certain parameters
Yeah,
and still
and
be
still
deemed
do.
as being
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. And
I
that's
really
very
appreciate that.
important. That's very important. I know say my president love you off like nothing right now because you tell her you say you play Sasko. I know how she feel about Sasko. So me know so me know she just your rated the rate is just kinda skyrocket for her a while
But
ago.
but let me tell you this though, Assassin Agent Sasgo,
Mm. Hold on, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. I think I lost Sticker. Sticker, you here?
yes, I'm here.
Oh, your video is frozen.
Sorry about that.
Okay, all right, good. You're good. All right,
Yeah,
continue.
yeah. Agent Sasco is one of my favorite artists.
Right? Yeah, listen, I get it and I understand it. So we have a question from the YouTube. Somebody wants to know if you're concerned about whether or not your constant interaction with the secular world would impact your relationship with Christ. So being all
Not at
around,
all.
not, oh, what? There we go.
Because let me tell you this. Look on God, Jesus, or whatever you call him, my father, my savior.
Mm-hmm.
Um, check the type of people that may be power with. May I answer like Jesus now.
Well, I
What
guess
kind
that
of people?
answers the question.
What kind of people in power with? You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thief, murderer, rapist. No, not rapist, but
Yeah.
adulterer, and all of these things. You know?
Yes, his company was very diverse. It was a very
Very.
diverse company.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the YouTube so I can follow what's going on, but
I can
I'm
forward
not
it
seeing the
to
video
you.
currently.
You want me to send you the link?
Let me message you right here. But yeah. So if I'm not sure if I answered the person question.
Yes, I'm pretty sure the person thinks you answered their question because they sent a LOL in the chat. So yes, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that you
Okay.
answered their
Very good.
question. So I have another question. My president says you're her new imaginary best friend. Um,
What? Repeat that.
my president says you're her new imaginary best friend.
Whatever that means.
Okay, I have another question in the chat. She says, from the same person, she wants to know if you have specific things that you do to remain grounded.
As I said, one, my connection with the Most High, I don't need no secretary with God. You know, I have a personal relationship and a connection with the Most High. I don't know, for some reason, like, yo, me tell the people, don't tell nobody else, right? You see, whenever I pray for something, I always get it. I
Because you're
always
gonna
get
tell
it.
me, you're gonna tell me, oh yeah, pray. Cause clearly, how you pray, it's
Like,
like,
like, like, like people may tell us, say, like, I want you to listen to this song, Blowing My Mind by Samuel Medas. Check it out when you get some time. Hey, God just keep blowing my mind sometime. I
mm-hmm.
don't understand him, but I just love him. So to answer the question now, one, I ensure that I pray daily. I might not read as much as I should pray, as much as I should, but me not do bad in a two of them. You understand? My prayer thing, lock. You understand? Um, you see that we love the Bible though, because we used to do look up, me tell you no next secret. We used to do look up preaching, you know what I mean?
What's the guy? A very rounded man.
You see, me grew up in a church, I grew up in the church, and I'm gonna be very real. I grew up in the church, and when I grew up in a church, you do every little thing. I started playing the drums. I moved to a little exhortation, and went to Bible school, did a little Bible studies, and the works. Yeah, man.
All right, so I have
Um,
another question. Sorry, you were finished?
yeah.
Oh, all right. So I have another question. Someone, you mentioned that you worked in insurance,
No, I
and
don't work in
oh,
insurance.
you don't.
I am actually studying.
Oh, you're studying? No.
Yes.
Okay, 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 okay. All right. So, all right. So, all right. So with that, hold on. I have another question. Yeah, my president is just loving this conversation right now. All right. So, all right. So let's go over Sticko, because we talked a lot. So you're the DJ. You have regular 9 to 5. You have a part time. You're going to school to do insurance. You go church. You still find time to hang out with friends. All
I
of
do.
this is a lot to
I started.
balance.
I started recording in the studio.
You
I have a
start
song release.
recording a studio. That's
I have a song
how.
releasing this month.
What you? All right, guys. So you heard it first. He has a song releasing this month. So look out for it when it drops. You know. So stick up. How? All right. So I had to ask this, right, because it's always, for me, it's always a little bit different. As a male, as a young Christian, what would you say to other Christians who maybe are trying to, have the same kind of things that you're doing, them following them passion, them have them 9 to 5, but them not sure how to balance it all. They're not sure, and maybe some of them, it a mash up them meds, them struggling, and we'll probably talk about mental health in a little bit, because that's another that's another part. Don't know if you could have asked me that question to do, but just to say, um, what would your encouragement to a young man be with juggling all of that?
Let me just sit back for this one.
Yeah.
Um, I always hear my grandmother. Well, not my grandmother. People that I call grandmothers. I always say, young man, I call upon you because you're this and you're that. I'm not sure if I that exactly in the Bible, but something close. Right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Um,
It's in there. Young man, I
I
call upon you because you are strong, or how can a young man
well,
keep it? There's only a young man versus in there.
yeah, something like that, right? Um, I don't intend to waste my youth because you see when them start wrinkle, I'm not gonna have the energy to do all of that stuff. So why I'm going so hard right now is because I want to be able to relax when I'm at 40 thereabout. And if I can relax at 40, it simply means that I have to put in enough work now so that I can relax at 40.
Mhm.
And I'm just using that age right there, right?
Mhm.
If you're out there and you believe that, hey, I want to do all of that stuff, don't want to do it because someone else is doing it. Do it because of your personal drive and the things that you love. Because nothing I am doing today is because I saw someone doing it. I am doing these things because of my own nature,
Mhm.
what I want to achieve, how I want to self actualize.
Mhm.
Because I wasn't not always like this. I was a very wayward child. I used to give a lot of trouble. I used to give my parents a lot of trouble. I used to fight a lot. I used to, in a look at badness, you know? Yeah.
All right.
And
So, me,
so, so,
stick up. We can't. We can't.
so, so what I'm saying, guys, just find something that you love.
Mhm.
Try to get to a level at it. So like me, I before I transitioned from trying to be something else other than a DJ, I reach a particular level being a DJ, and then I step up some more and say, hey, all right, I'm a DJ now. I probably can go into the booth, go record songs, and then all right, yeah, I can go turn a producer now. All right, me then at the booth now and record. So me I chat and thing, talk. If any posh people on, or will see this after, speaker. Yes, my dear. Um, uh, then I start doing public speaking. So you see, everything or most things, they
Mhm.
have some form of connection.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that's how I go about doing my stuff. So even doing studying insurance now, I see how I can maximize on my earning power.
Mhm.
However, in order to maximize on your earning power, you must have to have great people person skills. You must have to be able to talk. So some person might say, oh, social work, counseling, and psychology mix up with electrical and mix up with music. The one that stand out the most, or the odd, remember when they used to go to primary school and they say select the odd one in the set?
Yes.
The engineering, electrical part is the odd one.
Okay.
And that was because of my mother. When I was leaving high school, she said she ensured that I learn a trade.
Mhm. Mhm.
She pushed me, she pushed me, she pushed me, she pushed me until I never stopped. Sent me to college to study engineering.
Mhm.
Still wasn't my thing. Even when I left, even when I left that, I still went back to college and I did social work. So, so, so you see where I'm going. So
Yes.
that is the odd one. But apart from that, what I'm saying is that everything I do, they have some form of interconnectedness.
Yes, yes. All right, so
Mm.
I'm seeing the chat blow up, and Angela, if you see me shaking my head, it's because of you. So, there's a question in the chat, which is coming from somebody who says they're asking for a friend, right? And I'm gonna ask this question, and I'm gonna switch back to Prezi's question so that we can get this question out of the way very
I'm
quickly.
not sure. I'm not sure I want to answer that question.
So, so, so no man, so you can decide no comment and then you move on. See, that way we get it out of the way real quick. So somebody wants to know because they're asking for a friend because this person is married, right? I don't know why
I
the
don't
friend
want.
don't come on this chat for themselves.
I don't want to answer. I know
Stick
where
up
the
pleads the
question is
fifth.
going.
Stick up pleads the fifth. Here, stick up pleads the fifth. Stick up pleads the
Oh
fifth. But
God.
now, but I even ask you because I don't want
I,
to answer.
I know where the question is going. I don't even see the question, to be honest.
Him don't
I'm
want
trying.
answer.
I trying to find the comments here, but I'm not seeing it.
Sorry, don't look, Sticko, don't look. All right, so Sticko, we're starting to wind down now, but one of the things that I've been asking persons, especially over the time, and especially being, well, let's use the word loosely, busy, right? How do you manage your mental health during this time? Because, and especially with COVID, because COVID, came, lock us up in our house for 2 months, all of these things. How do you manage? Could the people in the chat please leave? Leave right now. Because it's still going and stick a done same now answer. Stop.
I have to go back to look at that question if I'm actually correct, but I don't think I want to answer that question right now. Yeah, but mental health is very important, and you would imagine how important it is to me, seeing that I studied social work or psychology. Something. I'm very big on my mental health. You see, my peace of mind is very important, and I will be very selfish in how I treat myself. Food makes me happy. Football makes me happy. Watching basketball makes me happy. Being good with my friends makes me happy. Being good with my family makes me happy. So all of those things contribute to my mental health. Um, so if I can't get to play football, that may make me stress. If I don't have the money in my pocket, I may have got fitness, so that not happen. But know that I was affected somehow because I basketball is not going on right now, and I
People
love
were
basketball.
very vexed by this lifestyle of no basketball and no
You're a
Premier
basketball
League.
fan?
I like sports. I like sports.
Which team you bring?
Listen, we're not talking about that now. We're talking about the balancing act. We'll talk about it when the live is over. Thanks.
No,
All right,
I don't spend like doing that, but yeah, you're a good host. Big up. But anyways, that was a small anecdote. But yeah, I watch sports. I don't watch TV. I listen to my music. I just
Sticker, you
ensure
just say you
that.
don't watch TV? Like you
Yeah, I
like
don't.
this is something recent or like for like a
No,
long
all right.
time?
So when I say I don't really watch movies and stuff like that. I have some movie tickets in one drawer over there, so somewhere over one part that I got some like they're valid for a year. Then probably expire though,
I'm
and
so
I don't go.
pleased.
Yeah, and I don't go to the movies. Yeah, but I
You're
mean,
a strange person in this 21st century. You know that, right?
yes, I'm a dying child.
Yeah.
But I don't really watch TV. But to answer the question, do I not to stray too much? Music and food. So if I can't cook it, I'll go buy it.
I get
Yeah,
it.
I will
I
go.
get it.
I will go buy it. I just want to ensure that my family is good. I can go outside because I'm not a house person, so I would even drive, go to the hills to look at the lights, the city lights. I like that kind of stuff. I'm like fatty food, like like pizza and like pizza and burgers and like. But I'm trying to cut them though. Sorry, people. But as you can
You
see,
should
I have a little,
considering, health.
I have a little beanie belly. but Tamardo, my mental health is very important, and I'm selfish with it. If I'm around you and I feel as if you are affecting me mentally, just know that I am not going to be around you no more. I will take a break rather, because one thing that used to affect my mental health, just generally, you see, like if I have a friend and the friend leave for some reason, it used to affect me bad. But now I realize that people come and people go, so I just work with it. When you're there for a season. If and I treat it like this. The passage of scripture. I'm talking a little too fast. The passage of scripture in the Bible, it speaks about the sower and the seed, that some fell on good soil, some fell and they wash away, and some
Yeah.
germinate and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's how I look at my friends.
Mm.
Some are going to come and some are going to go, some are going to stay, some are going to do it for a season.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, I ain't going to commit no treason.
Stick or leave. You need to leave now. Leave. I can't manage. I'm done. No, I can't bother. You see, this is the reason why the people them asking the question in the chat, this right here. That is why them asking,
You
right?
know, you know, I feel like I want to see those questions now, though. I feel like I want to see those
Oh
questions.
gosh, no
Well,
sir.
God.
All right, no, I can't manage. I have to get you off of my life. Come, I can't bother. All right,
Oh,
so
God. Mm.
the people on the chat are so confused. They're like, what
This
just
is just
happened?
me. I'm just being myself.
But
Oh,
yes, Tico,
God.
I definitely, and especially, I affirm that peace of mind thing. It's something that when you have it for yourself, nobody can rob it for you from you, and I
Not
think
at
that's
all.
critical. I think that's critical.
Critical and crucial.
Yeah, like it's a real thing. So we are almost at the 7 o'clock mark, but I don't see any more questions coming in on the chat. I'm gonna give them 30 seconds from the time that they hear this to type it in the chat to let us know anything else.
Yeah.
But
I can just let them know that they can find me. Whichever question they want to ask, whatever you want to book me, you can find me on our social platform.
Stico
You
say,
can type it in the chat box. They will get it and they can see the work that I've been doing, eh?
Angela, tell your friends. Stico say, the person for sliding them DM.
No, 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 no. I did not say that. No, 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 no,
Sorry,
no, no, no.
slide in the
Um,
chat. Slide in the chat.
no, not they can connect with me on all social media. Connect with me. Let me say that clearly. I will not have it. I will not have it.
And
Mm-mm.
then DJ Sticko. All of his socials are DJ Sticko.
As in DeeJaysticko. Yeah, you can find me there. You know. Yeah, man.
Right? So, all right, Sticko. So, this has been a good time. Everybody in the chat is dying from all of the conversation and chatter. But one of the things I'm going to ask you to do for us actually is I'm going to ask you to just say a prayer for the people them who may watch this live. Say a prayer encouraging people. Say a prayer praying for those who probably not balancing the stuff that they have well. Yeah, just cover the youth. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. Let's go. All right. Clasp your hand and close your eyes and don't look at me. All right. All right. So serious time. All right. Heavenly Father, we just want to give you thanks for this session. I'm very grateful that I am able to take some time to share with the youths. Just to impart some insight, some wisdom. I thank you very much. For your knowledge that you have given to me. I just want to thank you for that. Thank you for Tamar, Henry, and the Baptist Church. For inviting me. I really appreciate this. Heavenly Father, we just want to give you thanks, give you praise for all that you have done in our life because you are good and there is no one else that is great like you. Heavenly Father, as we hear on the topic of balancing, we all know that balancing is not a very easy thing, but in all the things we do, there is a season, there's a time and place for everything as you state in your word. So we must find time to give you praise. We must find time to make some money, to make friendship and all of these things. So for those who are out there, Heavenly Father, that will hear this prayer, oh God, I pray, oh God, that you will just, give them the time, give them the drive, give them whatever it takes to really be able to balance and be successful in this life, oh God. Help them to have a zeal and a passion that is none like. Heavenly Father, take control of your people. Bless up everybody on the chat. Bless up everybody that will come on the chat. Bless up everybody who will see this live. In Jesus' precious name I pray. And the people say, Amen.
Amen, amen, and amen. Thank you, Sticko.
Yeah,
Thank you for availing yourself and being here with the youth.
Yeah, man.
All right. So to everybody in the chat, goodbye. I'm not putting any more questions to Sticko. See you later.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm rushing off to another session right now. Until then, my friends, have a great